Hello and welcome again to another lesson in Sanskrit. Today we have number 3 and we are going to introduce a handful of verbs and also a couple of new pronouns. So let's start with the first thing first, the verbs. The first one is vadati. So we can write this like that, vadati. And the root is vad. And the meaning is to speak. So here then, vadati translated directly means he speaks, and to speak here is in English this is an infinitive, right? But the root here is not infinitive in Sanskrit. So, but still we are using this sort of dictionary expression here, to speak, to point to that this is the root here. So this root here never actually appears anywhere in any real Sanskrit text. It's just a grammatical fiction to represent the theoretical origin of vadati and all the other forms of the verb. Right, so that's vadati, and then we have vasati. And the root is was. And I'm repeating this here now that you don't have to learn this now if you don't want. It doesn't matter until you need to look it up in the dictionary. So don't be nervous, or don't feel any obligation now. This course is sort of designed just to be have like a minimal grammar. But I'm just this is just, you can call this just information then. So if you can remember it easily, then it's all right. Okay, and this means to dwell. To dwell. And the third one here is sīdati. He sits, and the root is sad. Oh, sorry. Sad. To sit. Like that. So vadati, he speaks. Vasati, he dwells. And sīdati, he sits. Alright, so now let's take the three forms. Let's see how many we need. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, we can do this here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do this here then. So then we have we're repeating from the previous lesson the forms, the three forms again. Vadami, vadasi, vadati, vadami, I speak. Vadasi, you speak, singular. Vadati, he speaks. And let's repeat this with, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, right. Let's just repeat this, or remove this. We should have space here for the Devanagari. That's my plan here. Vadasi, vadati. And then we do the same thing for vasati. Let's do that now. Vasami, I dwell. Vasasi, you dwell. And vasati, he dwells. And the last one here, sīdami, I sit. Sīdasi, you sit. Oh, whoops. Long E, sīdati. He sits. All right, so let's see if we can do the Devanagari here. Okay. Well, long D, and I use this vertical stroke here. Vadami, vadasi, vadasi, vadati. All right, we have sa, wasami, wa sa si, wasasi, wa sa ti, vasati. And then we have the long E sound, sīdami, and the long E is always before. Oh, sorry, it's always after. After the S, in this case, after the consonant. And that is in contrast to the short I here, me here. It's not me, but me. And the short I sound here has its stroke before the consonant that comes, but the long one comes after. So that is usually a shorter curve here also, the curved stroke on the top. Sīdami, da, and there's a short E sound here at the end. Sīdami, si, da, sīdasi, and sīdati. This was ugly here. I have to fix this here. Let's do something like that. Oops. Oh. Okay. All right. So in the first column here, vadami, vadasi, vadati. So I speak, you speak, he speaks. In the mid column here, wasami, wasasi, vasati. I dwell, you dwell, he dwells. And in the right column here, sīdami, sīdasi, sīdati. I sit, you sit, and he sits. All right, so let's go to number 2 here. Let's switch off here. There, and we got a new layer, and here we will have a simple thing with new pronouns. I can write this pronouns, personal pronouns in this case, and these are we have sa, long here, sa. Oh, maybe I should have, okay, maybe I should have just write this transliteration first there, sa, and then, and that's she. Let's see, should I do this? Okay, we can do it like that. Sa, she, and tat, it. And the spelling in Devanagari here is something like this. Sa here, and this of course should be in transliteration here. Here, tat, and then we'll write it again here. Tat, like that. Right. So these are the two pronouns, and these are, we should compare these with saha that we covered last lesson, lesson 2, which means he. But we should already know this by now, but I'll just repeat. And all these then are third singular. So they represent one object, one person, or one thing. And so the idea then here is that all of these three can be used together with, for example, let's see, vadati, or any verb in third person singular. Vadati. So we can have sa vadati, or tat vadati, or saha vadati. So that's the sort of the process, or that's the idea of how to construct things. Another thing we should talk about here is word order. And in Sanskrit, of course, just as in Latin, we have in principle a free word order. You can put any word anywhere almost, because all verbs are indicated by their ending. So for here, for instance, vadati, we always know that this is third person singular. But in English, of course, we if I say speak, it doesn't, no one knows if it's you speak or we speak or I speak. So in English we always have to have a pronoun, and the pronoun should also be arranged that normally the pronoun comes first and then the verb. So I speak, not speak I, or speak we, but we speak, like that. So but in Sanskrit, one of the reasons then why we can toss around, we are more free, is that the verbs always are particular in terms of which person they mean. So vadami, for instance, is always first person. So, but that's of course not the only thing that. So in terms of word order, and we can see this in many Sanskrit verses, that like poets, they need to like scramble, or they need to rearrange words so that they get a particular rhythm. And this is not only the rhythm that they sort of want to use, like in a inspiration kind of mode, but they often have a selected rhythm already that all verses in their poem should follow. So they may, just like a musician, that if you decide you're going to use waltz tempo in a song, then you sort of all the whole song is made of the same waltz 2/3 tempo or rhythm. So similarly, the poets are like that they sort of use a certain rhythm, certain in their stanzas, and this rhythm then necessitates sometimes that they rearrange the words so that it doesn't come the same way in every verse, but the pronoun sometimes comes here and sometimes comes there in relation to the verb, and in relation to the adverbs and adjectives and all that. So what I was going to say is, for instance, here, if we're talking about speaking here, vadati, he speaks, then we could say, for instance, sa vadati. And that is the sort of, in my course here, this is the sort of the default order, that we have the personal pronoun first, and then comes the verb, and then we have other things here in between, if we have a more descriptive sentence. But okay, so pronoun first, verb last. But we could also write like this. We could say vadati sa, and that would also be technically correct, especially if you are a poet. So that would be all right. However, I'm not suggesting that you should construct your sentences like this. I'm just saying that, as an example, in this particular video, we will see later on in the exercises that this is an option. But otherwise, normally we would always go with this scheme here, with pronoun first and verb last. Alright, that sums it up for this lesson, and now we'll have the exercises, which will be posted in the other videos that are for this lesson. So if you're using the playlist, they will come up automatically. So I hope you had a good time, and I also hope that you will have a great day ahead. Bye bye.